So we're taking this part and we're going to create offsets and then create layers and nest them with different rotations. And this would show how you could um, use this to create a composite type flattening and nest the pieces at different orientations. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to have to select this surface, and we'll make um, surface offset. Let's go into offset, and we're going to make these, let's make them 2 millimeters each. So that'll be 1. We'll do this again. And again. And we'll create 5 offsets. So if I go in and I take a look at this, you can see I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offsets of the surface. And what we're going to do now is we'll go into exact flat, and we're going to create flat patterns from those surfaces. So simply go in and create a surface, hit enter on my keyboard, create a surface, hit enter on my keyboard, create a surface, enter on my keyboard. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we have 6 surfaces. So just accept those. And here's our part. Now we'll go and convert these into exact flat surface bodies. So I'll go from the render mesh into exact flat, and we'll create a mesh in exact flat that's conducive for flattening. All right, so we have our 6 surfaces, and what we're going to do is we're going to select this composite material, and we'll go into our flattener, and we're going to adaptively or remesh this piece. So I'll just hit the remesh button. It'll go through and I'll create a better flattening surface for us. As you can see, we still have all 5 or 6 layers here. I'm just gonna wrinkle this and we'll spring this piece. So you can see it's springing very quickly. Okay, so we're down to our last piece. And I'll just hit OK on the flattener. And now what we're going to show is all the flat pattern pieces. So it's going to rebuild all these pieces, put it back in. We'll go back into our pattern view. So now we have all our pieces here. Just going to align them, and I'll select these. Oops. A couple of these pieces. What I want to do is just kind of get these oriented so we can this last piece here. So we have the pieces lined up here. Next thing we want to do is I'm going to go in into sketch, and I'm going to just do a 2D sketch on the surface. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow this line here, and we're going to draw a line down here. So that'll be our first sketch. I'll just hit OK. Then what we're going to want to do is we'll sketch one over here. We'll sketch a line this way, OK. And I guess we'll do all 6 of them. So what I'm going to do, these sketches are going to actually represent grain, our grain direction. And so I'm going to make a sketch here. Forgot to grab the sketch. There. I'm going to make a sketch at this angle. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to go through and make sketches at all different angles. So let's say there's a sketch here, that way. And the last sketch is going to be like that, let's say. Oops. Let's delete this line here. So now we have our sketches drawn on our surfaces of the pattern piece, or the flattened piece. When I go into Exact Flat Tools, what I'm going to do now is I'm basically going to go through and I'm going to make these grain lines. So these are going to be grain directions. So I just select the surface, then I'm going to select the this line that we made in here. And we'll hit OK here. And we just basically are going to do the same for each. Let's go in here. We're going to create another grain line. And we'll go through and do each one of these pieces. So we select the surface. Then we kind of say, okay, this line here shows up line 2 on sketch 7. Okay. And basically it's the same thing. So we're just adding grain lines. We're taking these lines and we're turning them into grain lines. I got 2 more here. So again, use our grain line tool, select the surface, then go in, select the line, make sure it says line, and again, grain line, select the surface, and then select this as a grain line. So now we've associated all these pieces with these different grain lines in different directions. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into our marker set, and this is where we're going to be doing the nesting. So we have all our pieces now on the marker. We haven't nested them yet. What I'm going to do is check what the lay rule is on these pieces. It says two-way anyway. I want to say no rotation. And we're going to let the grain lines determine the rotation of the nest. I'll just hit OK here and then start nesting. So basically I'll nest and we'll see. Here we go. So I've actually done a set of 10. So 10 of each. So I'll have 60 pieces. But as you can see, the ones where I have the grain line going this direction are laid horizontally. These ones here are laid out this way, and it's respecting the grain lines that have been drawn on the part. So this will go through, it'll nest, it'll run for a minute, but it's pretty much finished now. So I can just hit stop. Okay, so here's all our grain lines. I'll accept the nest and I'll close this. And if we look at our marker, it's nested all these pieces exactly where they have to be based on the rotation that we drew on the pieces. So that's done. Let me just hit export. And I'll select the cutting table or the cutter that we're using. In this case, this is an Eastman cutter. I'll just hit export. And it says auto-generated marker has been created, DXF. I'm going to save that. Hit OK here. And we'll just take a look at what the marker looks like. So if I go in here and find the auto-generated marker, which is here, here's our cut path or our tool path for the cutter.